the damage dealer. But anyhow, it's game 2 or round 2 for AirAsia Saiyan going up against Borneo Dragons FV.
We're just gonna have to see how they're gonna play this out here, how they adapt to this, how they adapt to this new game, to this new upcoming game here. Hellkurt gonna be banned out from side AirAsia Saiyan. However, Selena is not gonna be seeing the light of day this time round.
Yep, indeed, like a bit of stress out to the mistake over there, Saiyan Reborn. But no worries on that because both of them are still brothers and sisters under the same Saiyan tree. Anyhow, Selena being banned, Hellkurt being banned, I think they don't want to deal anymore. You know that particular composition where you deal so much damage at the same time you impact the game under the hands of these players and team.
Well, yeah, I would have to agree there, but getting rid of Diggy here, I think it's pretty smart choice from the side of AirAsia Saiyan, mainly because that gives them an opportunity to, like, if they want to play Johnson again, yes they can. At least this time there is no real counterplay for Borneo Dragons to actually push forward. However, they're going to be getting rid of Martis themselves, which kind of leaves a lot of priority picks up like Grok.
Grok will be chosen instantly over here. And I can tell you the AirAsia Saiyan, they have everyone can play a very good Grok. And now Borneo Dragons, they have to find a counter for this Grok.
I mean, they're hovering over Jawhead. Hayabusa is still on the table here. They might want to pick that for themselves if they want to create some kind of pressure or side lane pressures in the mid game. But we're just going to have to see Jawhead. I mean, they could go for Jawhead Cho here, or they can decide to go for a mage, but it looks like it's going to be the Hayabusa, Jawhead, and Hayabusa. Oh, Cho and Hayabusa. So it looks like they prioritize, in this situation, Cho over the Jawhead, which is rather interesting because I would have preferred the Jawhead instead of Cho. But that's kind of like, it's either or.
Yep.
You get one, you take the other, it's fine. Having both is great, but you know, it's preference. It's preference.
I kind of feel like going with the Cho over the Jawhead, you kind of give your team that initiating fight. Same goes to Jawhead, but Cho is much more tankier than Jawhead because he can build up the tank items in here. But you're gonna sacrifice some damage in here, but it's okay. You still got Hayabusa to deal the damage in hand.
Yeah, I have to agree there. But that gives them an opportunity to actually pick up aggression for themselves. How they're going to round out the composition is going to be interesting. They could decide to go for another assassin if they really wanted to. But they could go for a team fighting composition. If they want it with a dedicated tank here. Hovering over Kaya here, that means they're going to be looking to split push and look for these smaller skirmishes and pry the team apart one by one. And looking that they have Cho as well, really fits nicely into character for this team composition. But what are they going to lock in? Do they want the dedicated tank or do they want just more damage? It looks like the Vexana is going to be locked in.
I think the Vexana will be very useful because it can, kind of summons out the clone again onto Grok, making it a much more of a nuisance and annoyance over to AirAsia Saiyan side. At the same time, you have Kaya, you have Hayabusa, just doing so much, taking off the smaller picks, which Borneo Dragons actually did really well in the previous match. The previous game, sorry. And, they want to punish AirAsia Saiyan. It's like, hey, come on, go ahead. We can use this lineup, which is much more useful for that particular pickups.
Oh, I think they're going to be locking this in. 3 more seconds. I think really going to lock in Bane and also Az. Yes, it is. This is going to be a really nasty combo team composition. Wow. They don't really need to worry about it too much. Grok is going to cut off exits and immediately Bane and Alice is just going to go headlong with the double ultimates straight in. But I am liking the Kagura here. Because, I mean, the moment they double ult, that's just going to leave Lancelot, Jawhead, and Grok wide open. And having Kagura with a lot of AoE damage is going to be pretty useful in these situations, especially since she can bail out of them if she wanted to as well.
Imagine if the Martis wasn't banned and was replaced over Lancelot. That is already the combo wombo situation. I agree, no idea, but luckily that was banned. But then again, Team Borneo Dragons, how are they going to fend for themselves against this comfortable heroes number 1, combo wombo situation number 2, and very deadly lineup coming in for AirAsia Saiyan because once again, this is their ideal lineup they have used in MSC 2018 as well. Predictions. I don't know.
Predictions, I have to kind of give it to AirAsia Saiyan here because so far in terms of how double mages have been going, I mean, they've got the guy and also the Harley. usually don't work out too well.
Because in the later game, there's not much damage already.
Exactly. So you're looking to snowball very, very hard mid-game and then look to end the game around the 11-minute mark before it really starts pushing into the end game. However, AirAsia Saiyan's composition already is all about fighting as a team, fighting as one. However, Borneo Dragons are looking for picks and slow rotations and mistakes coming in from AirAsia Saiyan. Yep. So it's an opposite sort of playstyle, but I'm expecting AirAsia Saiyan to actually come up on top here, mainly because their composition, if they want to play it clean, they gotta stick together.
Correct. And AirAsia Saiyan, I think with this lineup, they can come back to their roots of being the aggressive team that people want. The flashiness of the kills, the flashiness of the combo situations. So AirAsia Saiyan definitely gets my vote for this. Borneo Dragons, in the meantime, we still have to keep an eye because AirAsia Saiyan can be a little bit too overconfident, a little bit too out of position. So Borneo Dragons can actually punish them using Kaya and the rest of the members over there.
Absolutely, and I think you just got to keep a good eye out for Borneo Dragons because they're going to be looking for picks all the time towards the riverside. I'm expecting level 2s to be very interesting here because AirAsia Saiyan's lineup is kind of nice when they hit level 2, so invades are probably not going to happen. So my guess for the side of Borneo Dragons, they're going to be looking to make a play at level 4.
Level 4, we will see about that as, ladies and gentlemen, AirAsia Saiyan will try to get a clean sweep. Meanwhile, Borneo Dragon and FV, they want to salvage at least 1 point coming in for the equalizing here. It looks like it's a little bit over engagement in the mid lane. 3 members in the mid lane here, and I did have a news or an update saying that actually in the mid lane is a much more crucial point because you're able to kind of pressure one's ADC here. And it looks like Joy is going to get the first blood. I have no idea where it went. It was the top lane side.
Top lane side against Miracle, which is rather interesting here. Oh, looks like Rock might be able to forces out the flicker from the Cho. Quickly heads back. Oh, but wait a minute, Borneo Dragon. K is not going to be able to get that last auto attack onto Logan here.
As a battle royale coming in for both teams because they want to get as much blood, as much hero kill counter for the goal and the momentum. Logan's skill was really good as Fred was able to eject down Hayabusa and rocket him down into ashes. Meanwhile, Team Borneo Dragons, they gotta feel salty about that. They want a kill back. Will they get it? Yes, they will. Onto Bane and perhaps Gripax. Gripax gonna run away into safely, cancelling any situations and negative effects immediately.
Yeah, and I think this is so far going pretty well for AirAsia Saiyan. They got the flicker, they blew quite a few flickers, but they were able to come up on top here with AirAsia Saiyan already level 4. This is going to be really bad for K here, but he manages to get out with a sliver of health, and I think it's just the EXP lead from the side of AirAsia Saiyan is just so much better. They are very good at efficiently pathing in the jungle.
I love AirAsia Saiyan. They're very, very aggressive. They are playing the playstyle that we have always known to see them before, but then a little bit too aggressive, like that pick over there will be taken from Borneo Dragon's side. Meanwhile, they want more in their favor, but they have to be careful. Gripax with that Grog is a nuisance and an annoyance at the same time.
Absolutely. He probably doesn't want to go back in here. He's going to quickly recall into base, go back into lane. Hopefully something comes up to actually pick up that wave. If not, he's going to lose quite a bit of EXP there.
Fatal. But, I feel like if Harley were to have his ultimate, the Ring of Flames just melt down Fredo instantly.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's no question. But the problem is that they are just behind in EXP.
Levels, yep.
They're finally hitting their level 4s. They are looking for a way to catch somebody up, but they kind of need K to hit level 4. Yes, he does. He is level 4 now, so this might be the fight they're looking for here. It looks like a lot of rotations from the side of AirAsia Saiyan to capitalize on the turtle. This is going to be big here because this is a 4v5.
4v5 advantage coming in from the teams here, but then the turtle is still under contest. It will be AirAsia Saiyan's Lancelot to take the kill over here, but then a double kill coming in for Hayabusa onto Borneo Dragons. They want to extend this to punish the opposite team. Unfortunately, it will be a trade kill coming in. It will be a 1 kill coming in and 1 turtle for Team AirAsia Saiyan. I feel like they win or they won that battle itself.
Yeah, I think Borneo Dragons did a pretty decent job there, but AirAsia Saiyan did an even better job trying to take it one step ahead. I mean, they gave a lot of pressure to Harley in the top lane, but they were able to capitalize pretty hard on the objective and the conglomeration from the side of from Borneo Dragons. So, I mean, Borneo Dragons got to be really careful when they're fighting for these objectives, because if they have a disadvantage in terms of the 5v5, it's so hard to win them. Yes. So very hard.
I feel like team fights is not their main feature. Like team fights is more of the smaller skirmishes, like you said. Pick those overconfident plays by AirAsia Saiyan. You know, if they are able to take a carry, that's even better. If they take a tank, okay, nah, not much. But if you manage to kill off Gripex, aka the Grok, I think everything just falls apart.
Yeah, it does. And it's kind of interesting how this is now playing it out. They've gotten the pick that they've wanted to, which is exactly how the comp is supposed to work. But they really got to consider what they are losing out here. They take a turret in response, but they are losing their tier 2 on their top side. They need to respond to this.
And the aggressive play does pay out for AirAsia Saiyan. They will take down the turret, and the wall comes in. BD, they are getting kills, but then the turrets are falling down apart. 3 members left for AirAsia Saiyan. They don't want to force this anymore. They will go back, and it looks like, oh, Kaya is able to spot Bane and Alice apart. Maybe perhaps trying to steal this gold crab. Can they do it? Nah, they're just gonna cancel it out.
Yeah, it looks like River Crab is gonna live to see another day. It's gonna get chunked out here, but I don't think they... Oh, looks like they... Oh, who stole it? Oh, did Alice actually take that?
I don't think so. I think it's Bane with the Retribution.
With the Retribution.
I think from that side. We have to see. If we can go back to Bane's camera perspective, I think we can safely say it is a Retribution kill.
Yeah, looks like Hayabusa is slowly starting to scale into this game. Gonna wait until he gets the endless battle before he starts getting ahead, but once again, they catch out Grok here.
Ooh, and Grok does get caught off guard already as BD. They have the firepower. They want to continue striking down the hearts of AirAsia Saiyan as their wings are slowly being clipped apart as the Dragons goes up with 2 kills to none.
Is this a good call to actually go for the Borneo, Borneo Dragons to actually commit to taking this? Yes, it is, mainly because they don't want to later on bait them out to come into this team 5v5. Even though they are ahead, they still can't. They're not so ahead till they can just take them on 5v5. They need to start getting ahead. They have 1 turret. They do want to break a second one, but AirAsia Saiyan looks like they were responding in a very weird manner here. They're trying to get the rotations down straight. Lancelot's going to be focusing on farming, but it's kind of... I think they've just accepted the fact that bot lane was going to go down no matter what.
Tier 1 turrets are easily expendable, I feel. But the Tier 2s and Tier 3s, that's where it opens up the map control for either of these teams. Meanwhile, AirAsia Saiyan, they have to be very careful. It looks like Borneo Dragon has the fighting advantage in terms of wars, in terms of team fights, especially right now. Even though they have Grok in hand, they have to catch up in terms of levels. And I fear the most if AirAsia Saiyan did not capitalize onto their weaknesses or to their strengths. It's gonna be another good game for their end.
Yeah, I think Borneo Dragons right now, they are being a little indecisive here. They need to start making a plan. They can go for the invade. They have the opportunities. They know Bane is on the top side of the map as well as Alice on the mid side of the map. So they should be looking for picks on towards bot. They have control over the bottom side.
Meanwhile, Harley again getting a pick off onto Bane as the rest of the members of the top lane will continue on. Looks like Jawhead, they'll try to get a revenge kill, and yes, it will. Sweet revenge over Bane. And it's a 1-to-1 trade-off, but then once again, BD, they still have the firepower over here. Alice with the ultimate, she's gonna go in. No, she's not gonna flicker that out, and they will stop the fight.
Immediately, I'm liking how Borneo Dragons are playing. They're now starting to find their stride. They are getting a lot of opportunities to actually go in on it. Lancelot overcommitting here a little bit. He's by himself. 2 stacks of ninjutsu is already on him.
And Solos, he wants to overcommit to that. He's able to run away from safety, giving Gripex and Panjahat the way to at least pick somebody off, but it will be, once again, still mid-fight.
I mean, again, Borneo Dragons are 5 kills ahead. They have a slight goal lead, which is now starting to diminish because AirAsia Saiyan have been farming up very, very nicely, very hard as well. And now they're in a position to actually turn these fights. They just need to force it over an objective.
Making life very hard here. Hayabusa just slicing and dicing with the ultimate, but is unable to save that turret from falling down. Meanwhile, Grok, nice wall here with the ultimate over there with Jawhead. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the opening or perhaps the momentum booster from that kill.
Absolutely, and now once again, AirAsia Saiyan are now in the driver's seat. They found the opportunity to actually catch 2 people off. They only blow 2 ultimates for that, which is still pretty good because that means they're going to be looking for another opportunity. Once the ultimate from Grok does come back up, as well as Jawhead, they're going to be looking to fight once again.
And yes, indeed, looking at the map right here, I feel like AirAsia Saiyan, they're trying to capitalize over the jungles of the opposite team and pressure behind enemy lines. As you can see, the turret is really down towards there. Hayabusa using his ultimate, but perhaps trying to slice down Alice. Alice is petrified, but he's able to run away from there. Grok coming in at the right time, and this is the nuisance of Grok, saving teammates time after time. Jawhead will get the kill, opening things up for AirAsia Saiyan. Lancelot comes in with the second kill of the team, and they are just gunning in with full confidence, even though Alice during that time felt like it was a lost cause, but it was now safe away.
Yeah, once again, they're going to go straight on to Lord. They're going to be looking to punish it, and they're going to try and look to punish Borneo Dragons as hard as possible here. But the question is, will Lord get stolen away? My guess, probably not. Alice is doing a very good job getting in the middle of everybody there.
Oh no, the Grok wall comes into play, and oh, Flicker comes out away. It was a bit of a, you know, there's a steam moment, there's a cut steam moment over there.
Yeah, I
they
mean,
call it potong steam in BM.
You would think they would follow up immediately after that, but just, oh no, they're trapped.
Yeah.
They flicker out of there. They knew they were in trouble.
But that was a smart move as well by Gripex. He did not fully overcommit onto his skills, because if he were to overcommit, and that was a waste of the ultimate, there was a cooldown over there, and just perhaps, Borneo Dragons could turn the tables into that fight.
Yeah, they could. But AirAsia Saiyan now, they've got Lord on their side. They're trying to pressure the side lanes and not going to escort Lord all the way in. I kind of feel like they could, but it looks like they want to play it to the textbook. They need to clear the waves, then after that join back up with Lord on the top side of the map, where 4 members are already there. Way of the Dragon not doing pretty much anything to Gripex at this point. That shield is just way too big.
It was just like a poke and tease coming in. But I have to give you a credit onto that. I mean, the waves are there, so they don't really need to take care of the lot of the time being. Meanwhile, Ejak coming in on Jawhead onto Chow, and Chow low HP right here will not survive to see daylight as he falls down to grave for the next 30 seconds.
Once again, Lord is left untouched
oh,
on the top
another eject comes in, and my oh my, AirAsia Saiyan wasted no time going in for the kills. Double kill coming in from Bane. Solos with that Lancelot. He's just trying to put so much pressure and tension onto Borneo Dragons. Alice managed to kick down Lancelot from that angle, but is that enough? A double kill comes in from the clone, and it looks like AirAsia Saiyan is perhaps just playing a little bit overcommitting in this round of play.
Absolutely. Overcommitting now, if they did decide to go start pushing for the towers, yes, I would say overcommitting. I think here is just enough before it's considered.
If they will lose another member, perhaps overcommitting already.
Yeah, well,
or you still want to see the results from there?
I still wanted to see the results. But definitely it would have been overcommitment if they kept staying any longer, because the death timers were coming off the Borneo Dragons really fast. So now, Lord, essentially what Lord has just benefited them is 1 kill overall, which I kind of feel is a little bit wasted, because you could clear the bottom and mid wave and then look to group together with Lord and look for the prime time engagement, and at least have something that's able to tank the turret for you as you are doing the fights, which in this case is going to be Lord. So I kind of feel like they did get the opportunity to engage. I do feel it was a little bit wasted because a lot of them took so much damage from the turrets, so they had to back off.
It looks like Gripex is just waiting for the right time to launch this first skill over here, hoping to find or at least poke damage into the hearts of Borneo Dragons. Borneo Dragons are in a situation that they have to play it very carefully. One last team fight, if they were to lose this, is all over. Looks like Alice does pop out the skill over here, but it's gonna be just stealing creeps, stealing jungles, hoping to bait out Borneo Dragon into the play.
Yeah, but I don't think Borneo Dragons is going to stick their head out too much. They know that they don't have the pressure to actually pull themselves out. They're looking to actually get a really good engage, a really good pick with Alnub on his Cho. And if he does, there's going to be a lot of follow-up sooner or later that's going to start cutting them down one by one. And I mean, here's the engage.
Oh, it looks like there's a bit of a flicker coming in from the side of Borneo Dragons, one of the members over here. But then it's not going to be enough, as the rest of the members are still camping around their ground. Cho wanting to start something for Borneo Dragons, but then it isn't. Oh, Solos, he got caught over here as Alice comes in with the ultimate. My oh my, this might be the opening for Team AirAsia Saiyan to find, but then it looks like they will be backing off after that kill.
Are they going to go for a little... I guess you have to wait for the wave at this point in time, so they're going to quickly rotate down, clear that wave, one person goes down to the bot side, look back to the top side, and then do rinse and repeat all over again.
And the Lord comes in.
What perfect timing. What perfect timing for the
Yep.
Lord to actually come back in here. So that gives a clear objective for AirAsia Saiyan to try and close out the game.
You know what's the sad part? Hayabusa is taken down, so they don't have any damage dealers. Meanwhile, Logan is in a little bit of a tight spot over there. He's gonna get saved down by Bane, and the rest of the members will come in for the clean sweep. 2 kills coming in again for AirAsia Saiyan, and AirAsia Saiyan can just safely take the Lord without any resistance.
Interesting enough, Logan survived way longer than I would have
Yep.
expected. I mean, he is so far ahead on his item build. I mean, the moment that ultimate comes down, it's just so hard to really do anything. Let's just look at it. Just look at how long he survives for. He survives for so freaking long. Oh, that's just rough. It's really rough for Borneo Dragons.
I mean, it's the same play like Hangus using Alice that time during
Oh,
the
yeah.
first game. You know, you're also stunned that the Alice is so tanky by itself, even without the magic items to sustain the damage. But then again, Alice, great initiator, just comes in, can just sweep them everyone out with the last hit. We're going to see more of Alice throughout the meta gameplay in MPL Season 2.
Yeah. Now, Lord is pushing up here. They can't give away a kill. But I kind of feel like it's on Borneo Dragons to look for the pick like right now, just so they have enough time to actually clear their waves and actually go deal with Lord and not lose to tier 3. But just looking at the way they're playing, they're just spread apart too much to really do anything.
I feel like this is game 2 because they are taking it very slow pace. They want to minimize mistakes. Like again, AirAsia Saiyan, perhaps they say that perhaps overcommitting isn't the best way, as it looks like they're going to kill off the clone on Lancelot, so that's not much of a detail. But back into the motion, they want to take Lord as their friend to push into turret. Meanwhile, this is perhaps the final play of AirAsia Saiyan. They want to go all in. Alice gets a kill onto Chow as the rest of the members of Borneo Dragon, they have to suffer losses, countable losses over here. Gato will be the next to fall down, and it's a little bit too late. The Lord, still half HP, just takes down the Crystal Base alongside with AirAsia Saiyan for the win.
They're going to be taking a nice 2-0 against Borneo Dragons. That's just so rough.